Welcome to the show, folks. We they got a packed lineup today. Wal-Mart's closing 4 stores in Chicago, and the children are restless. Let's just get it that way. They don't have many places to buy food, and I wonder why. And Disney has they're going to have a Pride Night, Disneyland, to show their support of the LGBTQIA plus Two Spirits, whatever it is, community. Meanwhile, country star Riley Green, one of our favorites, is making waves because he removed Bud Light from his hit song lyrics, causing the crowd to go wild. If you guys hadn't heard it, you need to check it out. Then we got what we got here. Ukrainian President Zelensky embezzled $400 million from the U.S. funds. I got to check that story out. I wanted to talk about it today, but no one should be surprised by that. And got latest news on the Budweiser controversy partnership with Dylan Mulvaney. PBS and NPR both leaving Twitter, which is probably not a bad thing. And then we're going to talk about the Pentagon leaks. We got a lot to cover tonight, folks, and got some funny stories to talk about, and we'll touch on the shooting. But before I get started, let's talk about who's in studio with me. Let's start with Father Fortenberry. How are you, Father Fortenberry?
I'm doing well. I've got the Yingling Black and Tan.
No more Busch Lattes or Bud Lattes?
No more Busch Lattes, Bud Lattes. The Busch Latte is losing them, hurt my soul. But you know, Yingling has a good product. Lost 40. I love your stuff too. Shiner Bock. A lot of options out there besides Anheuser-Busch.
Still makes me uncomfortable when you call you Father Fortenberry.
DW.
Well, I am a man of the cloth.
DW, welcome to the studio again. How are you?
I'm good.
It's like you go to hiatus every week.
I know, man. You know, I go.
Dude, this is the world travel. This man goes all the time.
Worldwide.
You know, we recorded like early last week, and it's really thrown me off. It feels like forever since we were last in studio. It really does.
Worldwide.
And then here we had tonight, we have Marty Marr. He's not at the bar, but he's sitting in Gary's seat over there, and Gary's out playing baseball tonight, or coaching baseball, or umpiring baseball. He's doing something with baseball. How are you, Marty Marr?
I'm doing good. I'm going to do Gary.
That's it. That's the Gary.
Everybody loves Gary, so you might as well just do Gary. Gary's
Marty
like
got
our
sunglasses
5-year-old.
on. Ain't nobody beat him though. He's okay.
He's too cool. He just got to wear shades.
Yeah, no black eye.
Let's get right into it. Look, we cannot stay away from LGBTQ. I'm sorry. We try. Did y'all hear that?
I did.
Huh. We try. It just doesn't work. Country star Riley Green removes Bud Light from his hit song lyrics, and the crowd goes wild. So, you know, if you don't think there's rednecks at a Riley Green concert, then you've never don't know who Riley Green is. And it's more of it was the I Wish Grandpa's Never Died. This one called it Didn't Die, so they don't even know the song.
I got it messed up.
I Wish Grandpa's Never Died. We were listening to that long before it ever become mainstream, when it was just a YouTube. But anyway, he changed his and coolers never run out of cold Bud Light to Coors Light.
I love it.
There we go.
And that was in Nashville Friday night. Didn't realize that.
You know, he also walked out of the CMT Awards.
Did he really?
Yep. They had some moment in the awards, and he stood up and walked out.
Just stood up and hit the road.
Gotta stand for something, right?
Yeah.
Fall for anything.
You know, I mean,
Crush song right there, Mark.
It is. So, you know, with everything going on, it is amazing to watch the left implode over a successful conservative boycott. Because we never do anything right.
I actually saw a video today where some Democrats, they actually were drinking Bud Light. Now, do y'all really think they've ever drank a Bud Light?
Probably never.
No, I would say more than likely not. But
they probably look like the first time I drank an IPA. So
extremely happy.
No.
I like IPA.
Yeah, I'm quite.
I drink them now, but I mean,
I got one over here, a Beta. Since Jamie was showing his beer off, I got an Abita Giacomo Juicy IPA.
Good old Louisiana beer right there.
It is right there.
Hey guys, drink local. I mean, drink small breweries, drink local.
So, speaking of Bud Light and the controversy, Anheuser-Busch did break their silence over the controversy partnership with Dylan Mulvaney. Anheuser-Busch CEO Brendan Whitworth has issued a statement about the controversy surrounding Bud Light's partnership. Did you guys read this statement, man?
Yeah, it was kind of half-hearted.
I did.
Yeah, he is basically as the CEO of a company founded in America's heartland more than 165 years ago. He says, I'm responsible for ensuring every consumer feels proud of the beer we brew. Well, he's missed the point, if that's the case. This isn't really about the beer. I mean, other than a little Busch Light, we like Busch Light a little bit, but we haven't been drunk Bud Light since we were
No, I haven't had great. Yeah.
Since we were in high school. It's just not very good. I never did.
I don't care for any of those beers. Y'all know that. I never have. They're just not good. That's just my opinion. I know Jamie loves them. Marty likes them. T likes them.
I'll say this: since I've been drinking all these heavier beers, I miss drinking the light beers though. I know I drink a shit ton of them. I drink 12 of these.
How big it really is a shit ton just for the years?
I think that's an actual measurement.
It is. It's like 1,600 pounds, something like that.
That's a big one.
Yeah, it's a.
Yeah, he's probably drank that much beer.
It's a shit ton. It's a lot.
Actually, it's a buttload. I think it's the actual measurement, not shit ton.
But along those same, so check this out though. Donald Trump Jr. calls for an end to the conservative-led boycott of Bud Light over a partnership because he says that they actually support the Republicans.
I don't care. I don't care.
His stocks are probably down.
I don't care what he
says. Get them back.
Well, I don't think it's that. I think it's that they just won't have the money to spend on the conservative candidate.
Look, that shows how out of touch everybody is. They think it's about a right and left thing. It's not. It is not a political thing.
Look, this could very well be the hill.
It's a moral thing for a lot of people.
But this could be the hill the South decides to die on. I mean, because we're going to talk about it here in a minute. I got a few more stories, unfortunately, about different states like Washington State. They want to allow kids to start gender reaffirming care or surgeries without parental consent. There's another state that wants to take the kids away if a parent does not support them.
California,
in that transition. Right? I'm not sure what it was.
Okay,
I hadn't gotten into the.
They claim it like abuse, basically.
So
you're denying them health care. It's okay for a parent to let a child die by not taking a shot because that's happened.
We talked about that many podcasts ago. Right?
They didn't allow treatment to their child because of religious reasons, but now. There's no reason to not allow your 11-year-old to start transition.
But we'll kind of swap topics here. But, on the beer thing, Dottie wasn't here when we talked about this. Everybody sitting around this room can tell you what everybody in this room drinks.
Oh, yeah.
And
I was here.
Guy, I mean.
I said it, actually.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
but I know, Jamie, I'm a world traveler.
Yeah, that's right.
But
it's so.
We drink a lot of bourbon these days.
The left does not realize how important beer is to working class, blue collar people.
Yeah. Look, go follow us. You can like us on all the places on YouTube, podcast. Let's do us on all the podcast networks. Go like us. Look, we got a new tasting we're doing of bourbons and spirits and those type of things. Go find us out there. They're little short videos. People seem to like them. Go find them and tell us what you think of them. Tell us what you'd like for us to try on the air. We'll do it. So, I'm really almost tired of talking about all the trans stuff, but it dominates the news cycle. Now, here's another story, though, that doesn't seem to have as much traction. There was a Pentagon leak of documents, and the guy leaked them on he was actually a gamer trying to find it, and he was trying to impress some people with the things he knew. So he leaked them onto, it wasn't Reddit. It was on...
no, it was...
where's my article? Oh, it was
a gaming site, and I can't remember what it was.
I feel so dumb now.
I don't know of any. Like a chat site, though?
Yeah.
He was trying to. 1 second.
But this guy's 21-year-old private.
I found it. The U.S. Airman identified as Discord, a leader of a Discord channel that leaked top secret intelligence. No, he didn't. He just leaked them. And the thing is, there's a lot going on there. Like the media is telling us how well we're doing in the Ukraine. He says that that's not true based on these documents, that Russia's actually winning the war, that our money is just basically disappearing. That kind of goes along with the Zelensky story over here. It's just really strange. And the Biden administration is treating this guy more like a terrorist. Where if it had been something else, I mean, we got these folks running around Chicago we're going to talk about in a minute.
But look,
and they're heroes.
There's a lot of points on this. For one, how's a 21-year-old private in the Air National Guard have this much secret intel?
You can have jobs where you got to get a clearance, but still. I mean,
he's 21. He ain't been in.
So I understand, like, if he is leaking information like that, then he is wrong. You can't do that.
I agreed. But where was this same energy at when we had White House leaks all over Trump?
I don't disagree with him. I mean, Biden had stuff in his Corvette.
Even Supreme Court leaks. Don't forget about Supreme Court leaks.
But do we consider Snow as a terrorist or a
Snow or Snowden?
Snowden. Do we consider him a terrorist or a whistleblower?
So Snow was the dude from the Hunger Games.
Yeah. So, but is he a terrorist or a whistleblower?
I think
Does
he's a
it depend
whistle-
on
I think he's a whistleblower.
why? What's the difference?
But also he probably let out treasonous information that because you're not supposed to by the rule of thumb.
I agree.
But I don't think he let anything out that. I mean, if he'd have let crap out that really harmed national security, we'd probably be in trouble.
I mean, they found Biden's itinerary for Ireland laying in the streets of Ireland. So I mean, there's other issues besides.
So there's a lot of stuff going on in this released information.
He dropped it while he was picking up his ice cream cone.
Yeah.
It.
Yeah, he probably actually
He had a bike
found out
wreck.
about
It fell out.
Well, where was I at? It's troops on the ground in Ukraine. Apparently, there's been troops on the ground, special forces over there fighting directly.
Yeah, guarding the
against
embassy.
Russian. There's discussion about how much the Pentagon has actually infiltrated into the Russian
I know a guy that just got back from over there. I can ask him straight up if we're losing or not.
assessments of
Well,
international support for Ukraine.
Isn't it amazing the Democrats want to guard embassies now? They sure as hell didn't want to do it 8 years ago.
Sure didn't.
Which embassies?
Benghazi.
Ozzy?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm talking about now.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They want to guard them now with special forces.
So there were at least 53 leaked documents that said and showed the degree to which the United States penetrated the Russian Ministry of Defense, the Russian mercenary organization Wagner Group. The news outlet also said that a handful of documents held light on some of the intelligence that officials have gathered about China. So he had access to some pretty
way more
high
stuff
level,
way more
high
stuff than
level
you
stuff.
expect a private in the Air National Guard to have.
What if it's not true at all? What if they gave it to him and said, "Hey, go put these on
I would be surprised.
the game box"?
Would not be surprised.
That's not really how it's being portrayed, at least at this point in time.
Of course not. Not if they really gave it to him.
I mean,
Dude, who knows what's true anymore? That's a sad thing about today's society. Who knows what's true?
you're right.
There's no way to tell anymore.
There is no such thing as media that is unbiased.
No,
at
none.
all.
Not on either side.
Zelensky, there's reports that Zelensky embezzled $400 million from U.S. funds provided to Ukraine last year, a new report says. It also shows the Biden administration's deployed 20,000 troops to Poland, just a few miles from the Ukrainian border. I haven't heard that before.
Look, on Zelensky, I respect the hustle.
No, I do. I mean, can you blame him? Crap, if I was him, I'd be all about getting as much money as I could.
I'm like, you ain't got an extra $400 million laying around?
Yeah, shoot. He's got some dirt on somebody, man.
But yeah, I didn't know anything about the troops in Poland.
Oh,
Yeah, I
can
didn't
you
either till I
blame
just
him?
read this.
So that is breaking news, huh?
That's fairly breaking news.
20,000 troops in Poland. That's,
What kind of troops? U.S.?
yeah.
Yeah, U.S. troops.
Polish troops.
Oh, congratulations. Congratulations on reaching 20,000. We should share our pappies with them.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
Marty said, nah, fam.
They can have like a smell. Each can have a smell.
Marty, would you give President Biden some of your pappies if he was here with us?
No.
You could get. He want ice cream. He'd want ice cream anyway. Let's see where we at. Talked about that. Get back up. Oh, I know where we're at. We're going to talk about Chicago. So Chicago's got a new mayor. Walmart has announced that they will be leaving Chicago. They're closing 4 stores that lost an average $10 million per store. And the people of Chicago began rioting.
How much?
$10 million
Per store.
Per store?
year.
Per store.
Per year.
So $40 million a year.
In 4 stores.
Yeah, that's the way it was being
Holy
reported.
cow.
I don't know that that's it or if someone got it backwards, but yes, they're closing the stores that are
Loss.
losing money. 4 of them, and of course, those are not in the nicer neighborhoods of Chicago. Those are in the more.
Crime riddled.
Well, you let
Yeah,
people
that's the
come
way
in
to put
and
it.
just take stuff. Man.
Well, that's just it, but that's not what they're blaming it on. There was a rally in
saw
which
that.
the mayor blamed it on corporate corruption, corporate greed, and they should be held accountable for pulling their stores out. But this dude,
and the mayor-elect came out and said that they need to provide a safe place for children to hang out where they're safe and not have to resort to violence.
That used to be the Peabody in
Yeah.
Memphis down there. That's why we can't go to movies in Midtown.
So, like, I've seen
or
I've
downtown.
seen a lot of videos on this, and a recent one I saw just 2 hours ago, and it was heartbreaking. A young woman is videoing as she's walking through Walmart. She's crying. She said, "I came here to buy groceries for my children, and I can't even buy groceries. There's nothing left on shelves. It's all on the floor or
Sucks,
stolen."
man.
Yeah,
Well-
I mean, because the 80% are running it.
Probably the 10% are ruining it.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're right.
It's
You're
far
right.
less than 80.
No, it's
You're right.
probably
That was
10%.
yeah.
So
But a small population is running for the entire community.
the new mayor-elect said, "Do not demonize them." Chicago's new mayor said it's not constructive to vilify a group of rowdy teens that torch cars and rampage organized on social media.
Pull people out of the cars and beat them.
But
I was in
condemn the
Chicago
takeover.
for a while. And Chicago's it's great in parts, and then it has parts that you just better not go in.
This is a city though that you can't have firearms to protect yourself.
No, you can't.
They're
but
coming
there
in from
are tons
Indiana.
of people with firearms.
They're coming in from Indiana.
But imagine what this guy that got pulled
you
out of his
hear
car.
more
and
gunshots at night in Chicago with there being no firearms.
If you would have had the ability to have a firearm on you when they opened your door of your vehicle, it would have been a game changer.
So he said it's not constructive to demonize youth who have otherwise been starved of opportunities in their own communities. So I guess his version of reparations is we'll just let them tear the city down because they're unhappy.
But they're tearing down their own stuff. I mean, that's hey.
You can't make it make sense. They have some of the strictest gun laws in the country. They blame it on the state of Indiana. They blame it on coming in from the state of Indiana, so they always want to blame everybody else. But they bring corporate America for all of this because they're removing Wal-Mart. Look, these folks were just looking for a reason to.
You could use Chicago as a model of whether gun control works, and just look at it and go, no.
Chicago, San Francisco.
Anyone with any damn sense at all, but no one's going to want to have that much sense. Right?
I would never go to Chicago without being able to carry a firearm.
Any blue city, you could make the same argument about. Yeah. Because they're going to be the first.
All right, I know T's about to jump to something else because I can tell by the way he's looking and what his fingers are doing over there. Did y'all know Dollar General has a Dollar General like market or something? And it's got groceries? I did not know
There's somewhere
that.
in Arkansas.
I saw one in Louisville.
There's one in Augusta.
It's like a Dollar General with a little grocery store. Yeah.
Augusta.
Who knew?
Yep.
Dollar General stepping up.
Yep.
Well, because they're filling in these gaps in these desert towns. Like the town of Earl we grew up in, Dollar General's about the only thing they got there. A couple dollar stores.
Yep, the DG coming on.
And they're popping up everywhere. You can go in any of these rural areas. You think you got nothing. You come up over a hill, there's a Dollar General.
And they're everywhere.
Groceries and everything. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. There was another mass shooting in Dadeville, Alabama. It was at a Sweet 16 party with 4 people left for dead. But the reason I mention this story, not because it's another, but it was something the DJ said. The DJ stated that there were people with guns there, so I guess it was people who had guns on them. They made all those people leave, and then the shooting took place. He said he wouldn't. He said this would never happen if they left the people here with the guns.
What kind of Sweet 16 is this?
A violent one.
Apparently.
Yeah, apparently they had some beef. But, yeah, I mean, what stops men with guns or people with guns? I guess we can't say men with guns, but
good folks with guns.
Good men with guns. Yeah. It's crazy.
I'm all with the Wild West.
Our society's a polite society.
Carry yours, I'll carry mine, whatever.
AI, we've been talking about Chatbot. We're going to tell some jokes with Chatbot. He didn't do good the other night, though. His jokes weren't nearly as funny the other night when we tried to do them, but the first time they were. But Google CEO was on 60 Minutes last night. I missed it, but I read the article. And here's what he says. He doesn't fully understand how new AI program Bard works after it taught itself a foreign language it was not trained to and cited fake books to solve an economic problem. See, this is not so different than what I told you guys. I asked it to give me a review of something. It didn't have access to it. It made the crap up. The thing is, though, this is going to become our expert, and people are going to look at it, and they're going to believe what ChatGPT says, and this thing is going to, software is going to figure it out.
ChatGPT sounds just like anybody you argue with on the internet. They just make it facts and
but you're exactly right. That's where it learned it from, right? It learned it from Twitter and
TikTok and Facebook.
I would still not have a clue what ChatGPT was if it wasn't for y'all.
Well, but then you don't only have that when you have Bard with Google, and then Microsoft has its own attached to Bing.
See, I've never heard of either.
These all three could go to war. I mean, that's really where we're probably ending up. Is you don't talk about superpowers. These guys in 5 years will be the superpowers.
They'll go to war and then they'll join forces against us.
So I was laying in bed last night, nothing was on, and my wife was reading. So I just clicked on something basically to hear noise. I clicked on iRobot, and like listening to it today as opposed to when I first saw the movie.
It doesn't seem so fast.
No, it doesn't seem so crazy anymore. Like it's kind of wild, yeah.
No, we're this is a wild time.
But then it seemed, that's ridiculous, you know. blah, blah, blah.
We want to change the sex of our children. We want to actually neuter our kids, and we want to have super smart robots and computers that can probably take most non-manual labor jobs.
Could you imagine how hard he could have slapped Chris Rock with that robot hand?
Boy, you got a pimp play. Hey, I don't want to change your sex, Jamie. I love you just the way you are.
Thank you.
Now, this story here bugged me, okay? We talk about how social media is changing the world for our kids, how it impacts our kids. Mom of YouTube star Piper Raquel, never heard of this one, 15, is sued $22 million by 11 kids from her daughter's squad who claims she encouraged them to have oral sex, brags she makes kiddie porn, and mailed her daughter's underwear to a man who liked to sniff it.
How
Why is this
kid?
woman not in jail? 15.
That was hard to follow when you were reading it, but
I don't even want to talk about this one.
you need to like just not be here.
All right, next.
That person should be in jail, though.
No, that person should be in hell. Speaking of which, did you see where Florida is making a
Nice rhyme.
Yeah, Florida's passing a law now where a sex offender who injures a child's sexual organs can be eligible for death penalty.
Heck yeah.
Let's
go.
The law's been put forward, and they're voting on it. Love it.
Yeah. I mean, prove it. But yeah.
There has to be more. And
So violent sex offenses against children, basically.
Basically, and it has to have more than just. There's other circumstances.
So here's the story. It wasn't at the headlines or anything I was looking at. Oh, that's not.
It can't be a 15-year-old boy touching a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah,
and,
it's got to be.
Yeah. You know, not
and
rape,
like
consensual.
I heard a transgender complaint saying this is just a way to stop transgender surgeries from happening, and it clearly states it is not. This isn't a medical issue. It's
if you're
sexual
having
assault.
a medical practice thing done, it doesn't include that, right?
And eventually it may, but I mean, I don't think they need to put.
So here it is. Florida lawmakers appear ready to pass a proposal that would allow the death penalty for people who sexually assault children under age 12. So it didn't specify it the way you said, Jamie, just kids under 12.
If you read actually going in the bill, it breaks down the what they're considering. But basically, if you.
My boy Marty, like weekend at Barney's or whatever, Bernie's or whatever. We ain't letting him say nothing. We ain't giving him time to get a word in.
Weekend at Marty's.
My boy chilling.
I'm good.
Well, when he just laying like
up.
this.
Yeah, we got to pick his arm up.
Hey, you
like
finna knock
this,
game over
like,
sign. Hey, game over sign.
Wave.
You finna knock over that on Marty's head, he will be dead.
Marty's so cool though, man.
All right, we're going to move on from sex stuff after I talk about this one. And I'm surprised Jamie hadn't picked up on this one. Maybe it just came out this afternoon. New UN-backed legal recommendations normalize sex with minors. Children may consent to sex with adults. This has been the plan all along.
Missouri, right?
No, UN, the United Nations. Sexual conduct involving persons below the domestically prescribed minimum age of consent to sex may be consensual in fact, if not in law. That's the Geneva-based International Commission of Jurists wrote in March.
I don't know, man. That's so confusing.
Now we can stick to our own rules over here, though. Let them do what they need to do.
Well, but the UN is trying to. That's the whole global thing, right? Globalization.
Yeah, I mean they're
stuff.
trying to like eventually run stuff, right? Like China.
Look, I know Terry has still never seen Idiocracy.
I haven't. No.
But they make the comment about the UN, the un-Nazi the world. They call it the un-Nazi.
I believe
Nazi.
it. So it says it does not actively call for decriminalizing sex between adults and minors, but it states that children have both the capacity and the legal right to make sexual decisions.
Man, 100 years from now, we're going to be riding horses again. And
Jamie sat on my table 2 years ago. We've probably told the story 10 times, and he told us that this was the plan, and we laughed at him.
Yeah, people laughed and argued with me.
to go backwards.
To normalize sexual with sex with children.
Well, now here's a story that's right up your alley, Penis King. Japanese Penis Festival says fake phallic mascot is making things really hard.
I still don't know why you get the name Penis King because it ain't running nothing,
claimed
bro.
it.
Yeah, that's like
He
calling a
claimed
big
it.
guy tiny.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I'll go with that.
The organizers of a penis
Oregon.
festival in Japan are throbbing with anger over an unofficial giant member mascot that people have mistaken for a genuine.
Whoever
Well
wrote
read.
that needs
Well
a
read.
raise. Like, give that guy a raise right now.
So, in recent years, the Shinto gathering has become something of a destination for cheeky tourists or for those
Cheeky?
who honestly
Come
want
on.
to celebrate a rather X-rated legend. But one regular attendee, I can see you attending these regularly, by the way, has been drawing the wrong sort of attention for their costume, which could politely be described as excessively detailed. The grotesque outfit, which has been worn at the event for at least the past 8 years.
Just
He's a big veiny penis.
They let it go for 8 years.
8 years.
So it depicts a version of a cuddly children's character named Gachapon. As the costume has come to be called, retains the character's doleful eyes, single tooth, and stripy chest, but has incorporated them into a spine-chillingly realistic penis, complete with lifelike color and, unfortunately, texture.
It's a penis with a tooth.
See, this is when I need to show you guys pictures.
Yeah, we
gotta
need to
get
see
this on the wall.
pictures.
Oh,
but I don't
my
like that
God.
it's mixed with child stuff at all.
I don't know. That's really, and I don't like it as a tooth.
So speaking of festivals, this is completely off base, and Terry's gonna be like, "Let's get back on topic." But me and Terry saw a festival that was like a Renaissance fair.
Oh, yeah, we
And
did that. Hot Springs. We were in
in
Hot
Hot Springs. We had this excellent idea of dressing up like Vikings during the next Renaissance fair and raiding
that would be great.
raiding
Yeah.
the Renaissance fair.
Yeah.
So
I figured-
being like combative people.
Have you ever
and-
heard the story about me and Terry sword fighting in Fayetteville? Terry I had a knight's helmet with a shield, a sword, and he had a Viking helmet, a sword. We're out in the streets of Fayetteville.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
but-
same night that this lady come up to me and said, "Can you hold this wallet?" And I said, "Whose wallet?" She said,
I remember
"Mike,
that
which is my
story,
cousin." And he said, "Why do I need to hold his wallet?" Well, he's naked downstairs in the street.
All right,
And I'm like,
let's go.
"Okay, I'm gonna go to bed." But anyway,
We do need to do that though. Go to the Renaissance fair in Hot Springs dressed as Vikings and
When
talk,
is it? I mean,
well, we could talk bad to people and like they would accept it because they understand that we're role playing. Also, it'd be really funny.
we could like destroy.
We're
all this
LARPing.
stuff.
We're LARPing.
We'll steal
LARPing.
stuff.
LARPing.
Yeah, we'll steal stuff.
I heard that they use the term LARPing to talk about the people from January 6th.
yeah,
That Republicans and far right.
What is
MAGA.
LARPing? I've heard that.
live action role play. So look, Code's brother one day we were laying new floors in his house. And,
Y'all were LARPing. Which role did
well,
you play?
they
The
were-
layer or the
people were
deliverer?
next door in the park LARPing.
What were they doing?
Sword fighting and stuff.
That's
And
freaking awesome.
Look, I called
let's do
Gary. I said, Gary, you have to get over here right now. So me, Scoff, and the two Codes are sitting in his front yard, cooler of beer, drinking, watching
Watch
these
it.
people.
That's awesome.
They're running up, going, hitting each other with swords, going, throwing flames.
Yeah, see, this is when we need video because there was this these guys were LARPing and they found the dead body. We saw this viral video.
That's so funny.
The guy tried to cast a spell. He said, "I think
Yeah.
he's dead." He tried to cast a spell of revival. Go look it up.
Did it
You can do
work?
YouTube. It did not work. That's why they called
The guy says, "I knew it wasn't going to work because the guy didn't have a head."
yeah, that was it. It was laying somewhere else. Y'all heard of vodka vodka butter?
No, but I'm intrigued.
It's a TikTok. You're the TikTok guy. And it's a recipe on TikTok they think could become the app's new viral food trend, boozy buttercream.
Booze and buttercream.
Yeah.
It's for your nipples.
It's said to pair well with fish. There's a new viral butter recipe that's called TikTok Attention. A food blogger combined the spread and spirit and dubbed her creation vodka butter. That don't sound bad, actually.
All right. I mean,
That's not
booze,
bad.
butter, fish. It could work.
It could. Let's see here. I had another couple funny stories. Oh, the Wienermobile. We always talk about wieners.
I've seen
and
the
trains.
Wienermobile before.
But
Yeah,
were you ever married in the Wienermobile? Because now it's a wedding chapel in Las Vegas. Someone has
could
taken
I
the
can do the
Wienermobile.
weddings.
Dang, you could be the
Look,
wiener.
we
You
missed
could be
out.
the penis king for real, but with a wiener mobile.
We missed out on this
Wow.
opportunity.
$1 billion idea.
Who would have ever thought people would spend money to get married at the Wienermobile?
Jamie would spend all his money in Vegas on blackjack and hookers, though. He'd go down real fast.
Reason I don't have a whole lot of money.
A speed drinking German finishes a Capri Sun pouch in record time. How long do you think it took him?
A second.
I go less than a second because I mean, hell, I could knock one out in probably a second. or so.
Oh, here we go.
The world record is 10.4 seconds. I believe I could take it in at least in 3 seconds.
Really?
An
10?
entire, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 10 seconds.
10
point.
No point.
10.41 seconds.
We got
10
some at the
seconds?
bar.
That's it?
Oh, that's it.
That's
yeah.
it.
Wow.
Nah, I can drink a Capri Sun faster than 10.
Yeah, they ain't that much
seconds.
liquid.
He owns this dude, Andre Ortov, holds numerous Guinness World Records for speed eating and speed drinking.
I get that. We're smashing that myth.
He had 10.41 seconds. The record was originally set in 21 by a British man, Declan Evans,
a
who
beer in
drank
10
it.
seconds.
He drank it in 16.65 seconds.
Oh, we can smash that.
You got to use a little yellow straw, probably though.
Require challengers to start with a completely unopened Capri Sun with the time it takes to remove straw. Oh,
That's the key.
okay,
That's the
okay.
key. I'm screwed.
Because I'm gonna tell you what, I can't never get the damn thing to break through.
That's fast. So this guy's drinking the whole thing in like 0.5 seconds.
You got to pull it, stab it,
Yeah.
and then you squeeze.
He's
the hell
drinking
out
it
of
1 second, takes
That's really
9
good,
seconds to
dude.
open it.
Yeah, and if you squeeze it too hard, it can probably shoot out around the straw.
Spray you in the eyeball.
Well, I don't know
Look,
how many times I've stabbed it through the other side.
this is to you though, Andre Ortov. We're coming for your record. We gotta get famous some kind of damn
I
way.
think we got a 12-pack open at the bar.
Smash them.
You won't have any more. Let's see what else I got here.
Because I was thinking I cut the corner off that thing and drink it.
Oh, so climate change. You know, for some reason, people are become now the religion of transsexuals instead of so much climate change, but it's still out there. They are claiming now that global warming could be juicing baseball home runs. So they're saying the reason so many home runs are being hitting is global warming and the balls are warmer.
You know why? Well, there's more home runs.
Steroids,
Pitch clock.
the pitch clock.
Yeah, you don't have as much time.
Yeah, pitchers can't sit there and
They don't rest. They don't anything.
It looked at this study.
They've also had more hit by pitches. They're stroking batters right
I
now.
mean, they're slinging pitches.
That's awesome.
They,
You know, you have
That's more fun anyway.
you
Watch them
have
get hit.
pitchers that like to throw fast like that, and then you have pitchers that like to take forever.
yeah, when you set a rhythm over
Yeah.
20 years,
Yeah.
and then
I agree.
Maybe these new parks are smaller. They hold more people.
Okay, so they're saying that they've done a study over the last 60 years. Air made thinner by warmer conditions accounted 1% of home runs on average from 2010 to 2019. They believe that it'll grow up to 10% more by the year 2100.
hey, you know what? I don't hate it. People love the long ball.
Shit, home runs for think about. I'm bring back Mark McGuire.
That's right.
And,
Like
Legalized steroids.
to hell with the climbing. I want more long balls.
yeah, let's go. That was the best baseball year ever.
If I would have known this was the case, I would just start like, I'm going to leave my truck on tonight. And just
He'll start just squirting like stuff in the air.
Wop wop chicken. What's
Wop,
that
wop,
mean to
chicken
you?
head.
Well, a man in China
26.
is jailed
Oh,
for
yellow
scaring his neighbors 1,100 chickens to death.
Hiccups, man.
wow.
He was sentenced to
He's scared.
6 months in prison and 1 year probation for scaring the chickens to death. How'd he do it? Let's hear.
I hope he had to pay restitution.
He snuck onto his neighbor's property and scared them to death. It doesn't say how he did it. He used a flashlight to frighten the chickens.
Jamie,
causing
do
them
you
to
think
kill
you
each
could
other.
scare one chicken to death?
Hold on. He caused them
Chicken sandwich.
with the flashlight to kill each other. The light from the flashlight terrified the chickens, caused them to flee to a corner of the coop where they trampled over one another trying to get away.
What kind of chickens are these, man?
Well, the Chinese
Big
chicken.
footed chickens.
The Chinese chicken, right?
Dang.
From that song.
Have a drumstick and your brain starts ticking.
That must be.
I know that's bare naked ladies. Y'all didn't know that, did you?
We'll take your word for it.
No, seriously, look it up. Bare naked ladies. That used to be the name of a band, by the way.
Yeah.
Speaking of naked couple is traveling the world. They're nudist and they're traveling the world naked. Fiona and Michael Discombe from Sussex are proud nudists. They've spent $15,000 traveling the world naked as people shouted us in the streets for being nudist.
Well, that's not a big fee for traveling the world if you've been a lot of places. $15,000.
No.
I looked at that. I bet they hadn't been many places. I bet they just
They
say
can't.
they.
They've been
I,
too
mean,
many
I know what I
places.
spent going to Orlando.
I was gonna say these mugs been to Orlando naked. That's it. That's it. They stopped in Destin on the way
Look,
back.
I could go to Marion and get arrested for being naked. Cost me $15,000.
I don't really quite get it, but okay.
Unless Judge Thorne liked it.
They like being nude.
Might cost you $10,000.
Yeah, I don't. He didn't pay me.
All right, that's all I had on my list this evening. What you guys got?
Man, I think you touched on the topics. That was
All the hot ones. We touched on them. We laughed a little. We talked to the Penis King and the Penis Festival. All of those things. How about a little part where
You touched on the penis festival.
That's what he said. He
did.
said he touched on the Penis King. It
Part
wasn't pleasurable, Jamie.
Part words, DW.
Oh, I mean, just happy to be back with you guys. Love y'all, man.
Marty Mar.
Morning, guys.
And Jamie.
All right.
Got nothing.
Hey, you buy it, you drink it how you like it.
That's
Hey,
right.
check out our YouTube, all of TikTok, LFTP Around
Whoa.
the Barrel.
What we're gonna drop every Wednesday and Friday.
Every Wednesday and Friday. We're gonna try to till we run out of money. Can't buy any more bourbon. Send us
Send us
bourbon.
some money, guys.
Just we'll take money or bourbon.
Like us, that'll help us.
Hello, I missed it.